It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Yo, sorry. You guys know I gotta share in the... I don't have a lot of time. I'm trying to rush live. As you know, last night we went pretty late. I don't think I'm gonna go late tonight because I now have responsibilities Sunday morning that are important to me. So I've learned in the last month or three that I do have to be rested Saturday evening. So yeah, I guess I'm getting old, y'all. Yes, and I think that happened a long time ago, didn't it? Oh, there's my good cup. All right. You guys ever use aluminum cups? Those are the way to go. Or like metal. They are the way to freaking go. Completely changes fluid temperature levels. No, I'm dead serious. Like, it's drastic. Here, let me finish washing this out here. Wake up the next morning with the ice cubes and they won't even be that melted. You have it in a normal cup, I promise you it'll be melted before you even go to sleep. Okay, let me grab these ice cubes and let's talk for a second. So, what is my title? Let's see. Going live. Yes, we're going live on Rock a Lot. Part 2 of last night's boring contentless stream. Ooh, smells good. Now, after last night, might as well answer some of the points I see everybody else kind of making here. So, what we realized is that Julie, at least, I won't judge AD yet, Julie has outed herself as basically trolling and being a hypocrite in this situation. I don't like that, but I gotta be honest with you. Remember, the whole crux of the argument is that Uni should take all this seriously, and if he's not taking it seriously, then he's a bad person that gets to be attacked and yelled at and put down and shit on. So, you know, the thing is, the moving the goalpost thing that I put up last night is so absolutely true. And let me go ahead and just give you a quick summation here. So, fuck, hold on, let me share this too. Hold on. I shared it everywhere but the one that matters, which is my community tab. All right. Yes, that's correct. Twitter space and share. Okay, much better. That way, at least the peeps will know that I did the Twitter space before, so I have time to eat my hamburger before we go live, because I have to eat. Or I'm going to be eating while I'm streaming, which will just complicate things, so I don't want to do that. Oh, orange juice is a life changer. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, last night, let's see here. I had been giving certain people the benefit that they weren't lying to me. Now, again, this applies to people that had talked to me. This would be Nerd Angle and Spackle and a few others. So I was giving them the benefit that they weren't being dishonest. So I already knew that they had lied to me when when they demanded the meeting. They promised that the meeting would handle their issues and their problems, and then we could sit and talk about everything else. Meeting was very important, blah, blah, blah. And I gave them the meeting, and they lied. After maybe, right after the meeting, they had lied. They didn't keep their word about what they claimed about the meeting. So that told me that they were probably being dishonest. So I talked to everybody about it. And we all said, we'll be able to figure it out based on how they handle things. So what we did was last night is answered the majority of criticism. And, also made sure that to differentiate between, who out there I was talking about, just to make sure that nobody tries to play that game. But so after the stream last night, you have to imagine I still have a positive view of Nerd Angle and Spackle. And but of course, and we'll have to get into this now before I finish with those two, Julie was live streaming my live. Now, you guys know I'm not too much of a dick about shit like that. Don't file strikes on it too often, unless somebody's just like straight up not even reacting and just doing it to fuck with my shit or something, right? But the thing about it wasn't that they were doing that. In fact, I knew the whole time that people were telling me in the Discord what Julie was saying and doing and stuff, and I was just kind of giggling about it. And though that's not even the main thing. I gave my opinion about Julie last night, and you're going to continue to get my opinion about Julie going forward. Though, when it comes to the two people that I'd mentioned, Nerd and Spackle, they showed that they are being very dishonest. There's a lot of people that are disappointed in them, that, they can be as mad at me as they want. They act as if these other people's opinions do matter to them because they've been friends with them for years. So it's kind of strange to me that they just don't mind, or they haven't thought about that. But then again, it's not, because I kind of had this feeling the whole time. There was always some kind of like flippant, fleeting thing going on that I just never would be able to explain to you in full. But for those of you that didn't know them, because I don't want to talk about them up here too much. Now, they are creators, so it doesn't matter, but I'm not going to judge them for stuff that we talked about in Discord here. So sorry, not happening. You can be mad at me about it if you want. Though, it doesn't mean that myself and the others aren't, the kind of lies that Nerd and Spackle have told are very devastating lies. They're very huge lies for them to be out there acting as if they're pissed about the things they're pissed about while constantly shifting the goalpost, as I proved last night. It's very gross that they're like, every time they shift it, there's a new set of judgments that they don't apply to themselves in what they were doing the time before. Best way I can say it, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't have any confidence that they'll be honest and truthful about anything. And I just want to make sure you guys know this, because I was always cool online with Spackle. Not as me and Nerd didn't do too much together, but I'll never understand it, because I'd have to, essentially, it would be a nonsense kind of situation where somebody's a certain way all the time, and then all of a sudden they go through a drastic shift. But that is the internet, as you know. So there's that usurping, weird clause there that is the excuse that they will pull the chain on, honk, honk, I'm out. So they can be out. That way I don't have to, I don't have to field any questions about them. I don't have to respond about them. You already know how I feel. Their entire thing was basically coming at me saying that I was lying about a couple things. My response to them was, no, I have proof I wasn't, but, we can talk about it. They leave so that they can basically keep holding their position to dodge the evidence. just like Julie did. And then I noticed that it wasn't just Julie. I guess that's my point. It wasn't just Julie holding some opinion. This is Julie holding an opinion where she will not accept the proof. And yes, I'm talking about the whole doxing thing from the start, like I said last night. But then it wasn't just her. It's also Spackle and Nerd. Now, Spackle and Nerd, just so you know, had completely different issues with me and got angry about those issues and left about those issues. And the issues that they had, supposedly, are very major to them. It's very strange to see that they can just drop this issue that caused them to, you know, do what they did and rush. But this isn't even what I've changed my mind on. I have to tell you this so that you understand a very major change of my mind that will make these two just, you know, not even matter. So let's go ahead and give it to you. I've completely changed my mind on Navy. And while it hurts, this isn't a troll. This isn't me fucking around here. But I've completely changed my opinion on him. And while it does hurt, I can accept that and appreciate the good times we had and, you know, move on with my life. So for those of you that want to know about that, there you go. Now I don't have to field questions about that anymore. I don't have to keep trying to let people know. And, you know, if you want me to go through some of the major issues, some of the major issues basically are people who both Navy and I trust keep coming to me and trying to convince me that Navy is lying. And of course, I'm telling myself, people are just either trying to start drama or they're getting caught up in drama. And by the way, if they're getting caught up in drama, it's not their fault. Too much for something that's a little vague. If something was specific, sure, but no. Anyway, though, I though will keep my word when it comes to Navy. Like I told you, if he ever, you know, had some issue or if he had a problem or if he didn't want to come on anymore, he would have my blessing and want nothing but the best for him. So there we go. He's got that from me. Hope he has a good future. I'll never understand what this is all about or what the issue is, because I can't even, after all this time, get a response or a conversation. So I just can't sit here forever, and I don't think I should have to. I don't think he should have to either. Maybe this will, you know, something's got in his head, something's got him, and, you know, he doesn't have to worry about me. He doesn't have to worry about me attacking him or playing games. So, you know, he won't have to have that worry in the back of his head. Ooh, hold on. Found a freaking beautiful bandana. Beautiful. Just out of the dryer and perfectly non-creased. Nice. Okay. I need a new bandana anyway. I'm sick of that other one. I've been getting these like mesh bandanas because, of course, I have like 1 billion bandanas, so I'm getting these mesh ones, and they're so fucking awesome, but they leave a imprint on your head when you take them off. Cloth bandanas don't do that. So you end up looking like you had surgery on like the top part of your head until the crease comes out when you take them off. Oh, anyway. And then people give you funny looks. Where was I? Okay, yeah. Basically, just so you know, last night, everything still stands. We're going live right now. Well, I got to eat these hamburgers and talk to the mods for a bit and just chill, because I haven't got to talk to them. Like I said at the beginning, I don't think anybody was even in here when I said it. I got up at 11 and I was doing really good. And then all of a sudden, sleep caught me like, bam! So then I entered into a slumber for a few hours, and Rachel was like, I couldn't even wake you up. So I don't even remember her trying, so sure she did, though. But it's good. I needed some sleep, and especially, I haven't gone until 5 a.m. in a while, y'all. I'm pretty boomerish. I try to go to bed early, and especially during the summer because everybody's just so busy. There's just so much going on. Yeah, it knocks me senseless when I go that late. So we're not going that late. We'll just cut it off. And like I said, if you see a number in the beginning of the next stream, it's a continuation from the previous stream. That's just how we've always done it. So we're going to go into 2. Last night was 1. This is 2. And the only thing that's changed is that I will respectfully, look, I consider certain people friends just as much as I consider Navy a friend. Though, to hear them come to me and just tell me all this stuff, and while I'm not going to cause any drama with it, I do want to correct myself from last night. I'm just going to let it all go. Last night I said I was going to let everybody go but Navy. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. And that way also, he won't be weighed down by this with his huge transition that I don't think any of you should treat lightly. I'll never, ever try to cause stress on someone that's transitioning out of the military. And someone that's been in as long as him, yeah, he's going to need his full focus and support for at least, I would say, a year. Now, he could be the miracle guy that gets out and has no stress, but it wasn't me. So, if I put myself in his shoes, I can't. Yeah. The YouTube games are just completely outside of the realm of life there. It's outside of the realm of life with what happened with me and the family. It's outside of the realm of YouTube. And it is why I think, certain people will change their opinions, not publicly. It's one of the hardest things you can get people to do is to actually be honest with you publicly, unfortunately. So, but where were we? Stuffing things, boring. Well, I'm hungry, so we can do that when we go live. The stuffing things. We'll do it at the end of the stream tonight. I do want to play Stardew Valley tonight. I want to play some games. What I want to do is I already got a good enough people to play that witch game, Town of Salem. And for any of you that are Town of Salem players, you'll know it's not even just a video game. Like, you can play it like in board game form. You can play it like, it's like one of those old games that they turned into a game. So, but you need like 7 or 8 people to play it. So if any of you play Town of Salem, let me know, because all we got to do, by the way, you don't have to have a PC. You can play it on a PC. You can play it on a web browser. There's all kinds of ways to connect to play it. But yeah, we're going to try to do some of those sessions coming up too. So people have been asking about that for a long time. So we might as well do it. So I got to let Lauren know. So next time you guys see Lauren, pop around, let her know. We're going to do not Stardew. She can play Stardew with me anytime she wants. Town of Salem, because it's a multiplayer game. But basically, there's a murderer in the town. And it's one of your friends. You guys know Among Us? Among Us developed off of the idea of Town of Salem, but truly Town of Salem developed off of this game called Werewolf. I'm not going to go into it. So let's go ahead and go to stream. I don't just wish Navy, peace and love and all that stuff. Yes, I still wish that for Spackle and Nerd and anyone else who has some kind of issue that they have developed from this doxing situation. Especially I'll just let you know, people that want to argue semantics over doxing and not accept that they're wrong when it comes to the public posts of my parents' doxes. Those people, you can't save them, because most people aren't, as you know, riding off of that issue anyway. It's not a true issue. With them, it's just an excuse they're using for a different issue. So that's the best way to describe the issue with Spackle and Nerd. But yeah, either way, hopefully they knock it out of the park. Hopefully I can knock it out of the park and everybody will be happy. I think we'll all look back on this and have fond memories, wave at each other, you know, and have a good old-fashioned time. So I'm heading to YouTube. I have 2 hamburgers to kill first, so don't crucify me. Though I haven't pressed schedule yet, just so I had time to eat and chill for a minute and let my stomach settle. It is 8:14 on the EST, so I'm going to aim for 8:45. Yeah, I'll press schedule on it for 8:45 or 9, just to let you guys know whenever I have a good feeling. Okay, so if you want to stop by, you can. If you don't, I don't blame you. I don't blame anybody. You know, shit, man. Ugh! Sorry, I had to plug my headphones back in. I kicked them out when I walked over there. I don't blame anybody who doesn't want to participate in this childish BS. When I noticed, and for those of you that weren't here earlier, real quick, I'll just repeat what I said and my point from the beginning. With the demand being that I should have done these things when being doxxed and harassed, with my family being doxxed and harassed also. And them saying that those nitpicks are enough for them to demand me to do X, Y, Z while I'm still in the beginning phases of handling this issue. I disagree with them after seeing the way that they were, you know, acting in the chat and seeing the things that they are willing to say behind our backs, but not to our faces. Now, that doesn't apply to anyone else. I'm talking, of course, about Spackle and Nerd in that respect. And, you know, I'm just saying I've kept a mindset about them this whole time, and I realized my mindset was wrong. And that, by the way, that mindset was developed due to their words. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to basically say, I don't care what other people are telling me they're saying. I only care about what they've said to me and what they've, you know, communicated. So to see that, well, for whatever reason, they keep pushing this whole thing to different points and further and further and further, while saying that we're going to keep pretending like the initial issue that was supposedly, I still don't understand why, but big enough for them to cause all the drama they caused and cause all the issues they caused while we were, you know, dealing with the beginning of this. Yeah, I don't get it. I could get it if maybe they'll explain. Maybe they'll, you know, do an upload or something and explain their positions. It's really strange to me that they wouldn't, because, you know, a lot of this, you know, it's just not important to them. So why is it important to me? Right? Okay. All right, let's go.